Sakafets YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Guys, it feels like it's been ages since I said this. Hello guys, oh my goodness, it feels like forever since I was on here. I know it's been about 2-3 months since I released a video and you guys wanted to see anything. Today I made some roast pork and I thought, you know what, why not just, shoot the recipe for you guys, because you were ready to just watch anything. I was even thinking of boiling eggs to upload for you guys. I'm just showing you my ingredients. This is my quick and easy roast pork. You literally need some olive oil, salt, black pepper, some aromat, and green seasoning. That is literally all you will need. So I am gonna start by seasoning up everything, but first let us drizzle a little bit of olive oil onto the pork. I actually bought the pork in London yesterday, nice and fresh. I have washed it with a bit of lemon and vinegar, and now I'm going in with some sea salt as well as some black pepper. I feel like I always start seasoning with salt and black pepper and then work my way from there. So you guys have seen this so many times. Next up, we're going in with our Aromat seasoning. This is very similar to like all-purpose seasoning, and you can find it in lots of Afro-Caribbean shops. They have it everywhere. And now I'm going in with some of my green seasoning, of course. I'm putting a generous amount of green seasoning in there. And for some of you who was wondering, the green seasoning recipe is already on my channel. I probably have about 2-3 recipes for it. And it's basically a blend of garlic, onions, spring onions, every herb you can find, all your favorites, just blend it up in a little bit of oil and lime juice, and that's it. Really very easy to make, guys. Like I said, I will leave the link down below in the description box in case you're new and you don't know about my green seasoning. So now I'm just rubbing that in, and I'm also just going to add a little bit more of the aromat seasoning on the back of the pork. You need to be very careful when working with this because it can tend to get a little bit salty, so I won't be adding any more salt, just some of that aromat seasoning on the back. If you don't have that, you can always just substitute for some all-purpose seasoning in whichever brand. That will work perfectly fine as well. Once my pork was nicely seasoned with all of those beautiful seasonings, I just went in with some clear wrap and I just wrapped it up really well because I'm gonna allow it to marinate. That is very important when you're making pork and meats and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give it about 2 hours, not too long. If you have lots of time, leave it overnight. But the hubby is just helping me push it into the fridge for about 2 hours before we bake it. When it was time for baking, I preheated my oven to 200 degrees Celsius and I removed the clear wrap. Now you just want to preheat the oven for about 10 minutes or so before pushing it into the oven, and this is how it looks. So I'm gonna be baking it for about 20 to 30 minutes before coming back to check, and this is how it looks. I actually baked it uncovered because I didn't really want it to release too much juices, and as you can see, even though it's uncovered, it has released lots of juices. I'm now going in with my baster and I am just basting all those gorgeous juices back onto the pork, as this will help it to remain nice and moist and it won't dry out or anything like that. So this is the juices from the pork that I am just pouring back onto it. I'm also going to flip it over, okay? Make sure to flip it over so that both sides can get a bit of color. And we are just gonna push it back into the oven for about 30 minutes again. So after about an hour in total, I drained off all of the juices from the pork into a jug, and I added some barbecue sauce to it before baking it for another 15 minutes because I wasn't quite happy with the way it was looking. I felt like it needed a bit more color, so this is exactly what I did. After 15 minutes, this is how it's looking. That's more like it. It looks absolutely delicious, nice and brown. Guys, this looks so much more appetizing than when it looks a bit white, okay? So this is my roast pork all done. I sprinkle a little bit of parsley on the top. You don't have to, but I just felt like, you know what, let's sprinkle some parsley just because. And this is it, my darlings, all done. My gorgeous roast pork ready in an hour and 15 minutes. And here I'm showing you what we had for lunch. Some roast pork with banana salad, mac and cheese, fried plantains. We had some smoky jollof rice that I will have coming this week. So please stay tuned for that. It's been a pleasure having you guys in my kitchen today after so long, and this is the finished plate, of course. Absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.